second video from this farm, and of course we have stocked the farm. It's just over 3 weeks thereabout we stocked it. So this is the broiler session, but we are actually doing the brooding of the pullets. So after brooding the pullets, then we'll bring in the broilers when the pullets have been moved into the battery cage. So this is the entire structure of the house, but of course we're using a section of it for now for the brooding. So as the birds continue to increase in size, we'll continue to open up the building, so it will come to a point where the entire building will be used for the birds. So for now, we'll just take you inside and show you where the birds are. So these are the feeders. We are not using them now, so we just have to tie them to avoid the dust and other things. And these are bell drinkers, and these are the cup drinkers. So this is very economical. If you're using this, you have, of course, minimal amount of human input. This is an automated system, so it allows the water to flow naturally, and thereby you reducing the amount of staff you will have for the farm. So let's go inside and show you. We have 5,000 layers here. They are just over 3 weeks old. You can see how active the birds are, and they are doing fantastically well. So for now, we are using the fountain drinkers. These are the cheap drinkers. Obviously, the time will come when we'll begin to use this. Then we are also using these feeders in here now. So you can see these are the feeders, these are the drinkers, and after a while we'll move into the automated drinkers, so the water flows naturally. So this is the brooding section. You can see the tarpaulins that we have used during the brooding phase, and the birds are we are gradually taking away the heat from the birds because they are growing and they are becoming very active. So this is it. We'll just take you over to the other side. Remember, this structure is ideally constructed for broilers, but we are actually brooding the pullets here. So once they get to 15 weeks old, we'll move them to the battery cage system structure. Then here will be used for broiler production all through the time when the birds should be laying in the cages. So that is the design for it. So we don't want to build additional structure for broilers, because after raising these birds here, this building will be fallow. So what's the use building another structure? And this is capital intensive. So it's just for you to exercise patience and raise your pullets here, move them to the battery cages, and then you can do your broiler business. So this is a way of cutting costs by having just 2 buildings for a broiler and layer farm. Alright, so we'll take you back out, then we'll show you the structure for the layers. We are not done with that. We're still doing the finishing touches to the structure, and after that we'll bring in the cages. So hopefully the next video we'll be doing here, you would see the cages have been installed. But right now we'll just show you the structure for the layers, because it is designed differently from what we have here. So we are outside again. Let's show you the water source. So this is our water source for the drinkers. So this is connected to all the pipes you see here. This is the pipe for the water, and this is an iron pipe to enable us hold this together. So when the birds perch on it, if it's just this, it will break it. So that's why we have this pipe here. That's how it's being connected. And of course, this one, you can see the water pipe here is installed up, while for the cup drinkers it is on the floor. So this is where the water comes through, and this is the twine to keep this in place. So the birds, when they have grown to the adult stage, they begin to drink from here. Remember, this is for a broiler structure, so all of this will be put to use when we bring in the broilers. And of course, before the layers will go to the cages, they can also use this. So let's take you back to that structure there you're seeing, where we'll have the layers coming in. Alright, so this is the layer structure. You can see it goes all the way down, and this is the entrance. And here is the store where we can have our eggs and other things stored in. So we'll show you inside, and you see how it is constructed. So once the eggs are collected, they can be moved straight into the store and kept there. And of course, we'll have someone occupying this place as a secretary or salesperson. So the eggs will be stored here, and other valuable items can be stored here. So that's the reason for this. Then for the attendants, the poultry attendants, this is their passage. They have no business there besides taking eggs through the other door, but this is their entry point. So this is the layer house. You can see the floor design is different from that of the broilers. So this is the first pit, the manure pit. We're not done. We're still doing some correctional work in order to get it perfectly in order. Then here is the second one, and this is the third. So we have 3 rows of battery cages coming in for 5,000 beds. So each of these rows will take 14 cages, and that will be 42 units of cages for 5,040 beds exactly. So this is the door through which we move materials in and out. So if you come in, you can see this is the storehouse. We have our fridge where we have the drugs and vaccines, especially the vaccines are stored in the fridge here. And of course, we're using a solar powered system, which is the inverter. We have a 17 kVA inverter installed here. And of course, we have a CCTV camera, especially for those of you in the diaspora who want to go into this kind of business. It is very necessary for you to install things like this on the farm, so you can always have time to see where your money is. So that's the much we can show you for now. So it is still a project that is in progress. So once we finish with the correctional work on the floor design for the layers, then we'll bring in the cages, install them. The birds will continue brooding them and raising them there until 12 to 15 weeks. We'll move them into the cages. So stay tuned with us. We'll be bringing more videos from this farm and other projects everywhere in Nigeria and in Africa. So once again, thank you. God bless you. It's your favorite animal scientist, Mr. Kester Amos. God bless you.